We're back in the wunderbar world of Sable. That's right. All right, so we have an atomic heart to put into the, big battery, I don't know. Plain as day, one can see that the high window has been smashed and it's wide enough for any grown person to make their way inside, though they need to be quite athletic. Most of the glass is on the outside of the chamber. It may have been smashed from the inside. Oh, you're saying here. Alright then. It may have been smashed from the inside. Like somebody was breaking out. Okay. Interesting. There's a clump of feathers on the floor. Try to picture the bird large and powerful enough to carry away the power core and decide that it is one suspect I can absolutely rule out, though I would very much like to see it. Okay. Anything else? Is there anything else in here that we potentially... I mean, I don't know. Sparks shoot out from the wires that are on the socket, but the damage to empty the socket itself is non-existent as far as I can tell. Clue, empty socket. The culprit took good care in removing the core. It makes sense. If I were to steal something so valuable, I would be delicate too. But why the torn out cables? It looks almost staged to me. Stole the new core. Bling. Alright, so we've got broken glass that implies that they potentially did it from the inside. We've got feathers from a potentially winged creature, of some bird type creature, and we have the delicate removal of the atomic heart as if they were doing it on purpose because they didn't want it to break. So obviously some type of person got in here, right? They got in there without so much as a whisper and then removed it, and then we're like, all right, well, I still have to leave, so they just busted their way out, and that was the end of it. If I could be L.A. Noire for like, if I could turn into Shadows of Doubt in L.A. Noire for like a quick second, the feathers imply that you were obviously moving in such a way that your feathers were falling off. So you were obviously not moving in a graceful manner, because if that was the case, your feathers wouldn't come off, or you were so haphazard with your escape, with your exit, that you ruffled your feathers a little bit, like maybe they got ruffled on the door or something. I don't particularly know. I am almost 100% certain that I'm reading just a little bit too much into this, but I'm gonna keep that in mind just in case, that potentially plays a factor into it. So we're looking for a guy who's got like what looks to be a green mask and a red, like, thingy on this guy, Gary. Gary's a climber in Erica. He smells awful and his mask is about to fall off. I have some questions about the power cut. He scratches himself and spits on the ground before giving me a shrug. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? Gary smells. Okay. It is not the worst or most pungent smell. Not rot or bile or anything so pointedly awful. No, Gary smells like old dust, tinged with stale oil and ground into the fabric of old garments or buried under fingernails. Oh, so he smells like how one would smell if they were at if they worked frequently at like a mechanic shop. Like he smells like what he does, if that makes any sense. It clings to him. I turn away just a little as he answers me. Heard about a big sale going down in the Saray recently. Not sure what, but it caused a stir, let's say. Whatever it is, it's long gone by now. Okay. He shrugs, and so I press him a little further, asking if he had any idea who the seller was. As far as I heard, it was some machinist with a mushroom habit. Not sure how true that is, but let's say it's come up a few times. Okay. You mean like he has mentioned that he would like mushrooms? Or it has come up that he is a fan of mushrooms? Machinist Hamza. Hamza? Could this machinist be Hamza? I add him to my list of suspects. I could ask more questions. Where were you when the power went out? Cafe. I crossed my arms mostly out of impatience, but it seems to work on Gary somehow. Alright, I got in a little scrap. Is that what you want to hear? Nothing to do with anything and probably not your business, but sure. Had a fight. Power went out. Broke it up. I keep my arms crossed. End of story. I got nothing else. I can ask more questions. Who do you think did it? He stares at me for a few seconds and I mistake it for consideration before I realize he's looking at me like I'm stupid. I don't name names, and even if I did, beats me who did this, but power to him, I say. There's a pause, and then he laughs loudly. You get it? More power to him? Great. Very funny. I muster a false laugh for him, but it almost seems to offend. He wakes me up. I can ask more questions. Alright. Glad you did a brilliant job getting the power back on. I don't know if you could hear, but there was a tremendous noise. The whole town was delighted. All in a day's work. Your work is appreciated and you are valued. Now he leans in. How about our little investigation? When you follow evidence, what can I do for you? Discuss physical evidence. What did you find when you searched the heart? The window was smashed. I tell him that the window to the control room of the heart was smashed open, that it's presumably how the culprit got inside. What did you find when you searched the heart? There was feathers on the floor. I tell him about the feather I saw on the floor of the heart and suggest that the culprit may have left it behind. I say it might have been an accident, but then I pause a moment with some drama and whispered that it might be a calling card. Sandra crossed his arms, nodding furiously. What did you find when you searched the heart? Oh yeah, there was no damage to the socket. I explained that the socket for the core was in perfect condition, flawless even to one such as myself who is decidedly not an expert. I posit that whoever removed the core knew what they were doing and didn't want to damage it. Sandra seems to like the sound of this. What did you find when you searched the heart? Window smashed, feather on the floor, no damage to the socket. Review the suspects. What do you want to discuss? Machinist. Iria. Iria is a very powerful. We'd have a very hard time building a strong case against her. What's her motive? Profit from the panic. She hates the Soray. Shit. Do I know that for sure? Like, is that... Does she hate the Soray? I'm just going to say it. Senda looks unconvinced. How did she do it? She got someone else to do it. Well, I can't imagine her doing it herself if she has an alibi. Who do you want to discuss? It might have been a group. It could have been a group effort. What's the motive? To bring down Ekria? That doesn't seem like a good motive. Unlikely. The power bringing is a difficulty, yes, but it is a temporary one. Hamza? Let's go through the case against Hamza. What's his motive? He owed money. He hates atomic technology. He owed money? He was in debt to the merchants. They sent people to ransack his workshop to frighten him into paying up. How'd he do it? He had the security code and the key card. He understands machines. He did have the key card, so he could just walk in the door. What about the smashed window? Is that important? I'm not sure. Okay. Greetings, Glider. Questions about the power cut. I don't think it'll be much help to your investigation. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? Whatever the reason, it's been terrible for business. Where were you when the power went out? Same place I am every day, here in the cafe. Who do you think did it? There's people coming and going every day in this town. Could be anyone. Ugh, damn it. Was Gary in your cafe when the power went out? Rita shakes her head, which makes the answer a surprise. Oh, yes, he was definitely here. Getting into his usual trouble, showing up drunk, barking an insult at some poor patron, and before I know it, I've got to break up another fist fight. Gary's got an alibi. I thank her for the information and apologize for the inconvenience. Oh, it's not a problem. But if you see the little fool around, you'll tell him he owes me for the broken glass. Okay. So it wasn't Gary then because he was here. He was here getting into a fight at the cafe, so it couldn't have been him. This isn't right. But I genuinely don't know where else to look. I don't know where else to look. I'm excited to explain. Oh, I got an achievement, so I guess I was right. I'm excited to explain how Iria benefited by rigging the markets after power was lost in the town. How she exploited the power cut to create scarcity and to raise prices in people's desperation. My excitement is curtailed by the way, stand-up sighs halfway through my explanation. I say that I don't think Iria herself did the crime, and he looks even more resigned. My case seems to be falling apart. This is a tricky situation. I can't arrest Iria. That's not how things work in Ekria. Even if you had some kind of indisputable evidence, which you don't, this isn't going anywhere. I feel deflated. Did I miss something, or was this always a fool's errand? Thanks for your help anyway, Glider. Maybe it's best you don't tell anyone about our little discovery here. One last thing for your troubles. Take care, Sable. I could have accused anyone then. I wasn't even right. Or maybe I was right. We'll never know. All that. And I didn't even get to actually see what it was. Maybe it'll pay off. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to do the shade. Is the mask in here? Aha, Shade of Ekray mask. Okay. Man, when I tell you, as God is my witness, I would not have been able to figure that out. When I tell you, okay? Oh, never mind. There's a roof over it. Well, then what is shining through then? Anyway. Hi there. As we make eye contact, I find myself waved over. A small, slightly scratchy voice emerges from the mask. I like your bike. How do you know about my bike? So you're riding it into town to see lots of things every day. I envy them. Would that seeing things could be a day's... I envy them. Would that seeing things could be a day's work? Okay. Can you also hover? Yeah. I wish I could do that. The child's eyes looks wistfully off. You will. I tell them that one day they will, and it might happen to them rather quicker than they think, so they ought to be ready. It's meant with a sigh. I know, but that's too long, and I need to do it now. I look down at them. I know if I were so young, I would be thrilled at the opportunity to meet a stranger with a bike, endless freedom, and the ability to move in new and exciting ways, inaccessible to me. I ask them why they're so intent on doing it now. Because I want to go over there across the oasis, and I can't. I ask why. Because I saw a big, beautiful, lovely flower right in the middle of it on a big rock, and I want it so much. Oh, maybe you could put it on your back? Put me on your back. No. It's been a long time since I saw that old thing. When you wear the mask of the shade, there is no greater ally than darkness and dread. Wait until nightfall, then proceed to the guard station. Be as quiet as you can and evade their eyes until the moment you must strike. Then, when the time is right, he hisses the last bit, dripping with venom. Show them the shade. I shiver. Are you ready to do this? I'm ready. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Spooky. My eyes. I'm gonna give you cataracts. Ooh. Oh, my God. Whoa. Yeah, I'd be pretty terrified of that too, to be honest. Look at them. Eek. Eek. I like that. What's up, boss man? Great. Nice. I'm buzzing with nervous excitement and maybe a touch of power, but I tell myself it's only to ensure that I get back to masking to do my gliding. This is not the time to take up the mantle of vigilante. I approach the boy, who seems no worse for wear and possibly even entertained by the guard's reaction. He waves. When I speak, I maintain the illusion. My voice is not quite so searing as the shades must have been, but it is a worthy effect. Loudly, I call him son of Maz and declare that he is free to go and return to his father. What? Who are you? I tell him that I am the shade of Ekri and do a pose that might help him along. No, Maz is the shade of Ekri, and he isn't my father. My father is dead. Oh. My heart stops. But Maz takes care of me. He takes care of all of us. My heart resumes beating. Did he send you? The shade sends himself. That's right. Boy, hi there. Approach with the saunter of one used to heroism. My new friend bounces up and down, little fists pushed together in their chest. That was amazing. You're such a good hover work. I hand the flower to excited, grasping hands as they tuck it delicately away. Stem first, they tell me they're going to dry it and keep it forever in a book they've started with their best friend who lives nearby. They have nearly 50 flowers now and are splitting the book in two so that they might keep one half in each of their homes. This particular flower, they say, will go to their friend. She has looked at it many times and wished for it, and now that wish may be granted because a stranger came their way. I tell them it was a pleasure, and they gave me an unexpected hug above the waist. Thank you. This is the best. They aren't wrong. They dig around in their pocket for a moment and pull something out. I expected it to be a little bug or some dirt or possibly an old toy, but instead they produce an entertainer's badge. Hey, here, you're really nice, so you can have this. I ask if they wouldn't prefer to hang on to it. There's plenty of use for such things later. I get a shake of the head. I think this one's for you. I'll get my own one day. I tell them I'm sure they will, and leave with a wave. See you later. Oh my God, that was so sweet. He's doing it for a friend. Oh, and they split the book with the flowers and the gold and the friend nearby. It's so sweet. I'm gonna cry. I love that. Oh my God. That was way more sweet and wholesome than it had any right to be. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. That just made me feel so good. What the fuck, man? Oh my God, that was so nice. He's like getting it for a friend. Oh my goodness, man. And he gives me a badge. Oh, and then he hugs me, you little shit. Oh my God. All right. That was incredible. Oh, that made that whole traversal worth it, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, he hurt his leg. Oh no. Please help. Mika's voice is ragged, and he has the look of someone who spent just slightly too long down a well, a little sandy and tattered. I'm here to rescue you. What were you thinking coming down here? I don't know him. I can't talk to him like that. I tell Mika that I'm here to save him, and that my name is Sable. Sable, thank you. Thanks so much. How did you know I was here? I'm for Mika that Bashir sent me. Oh, no. Why's that bad? I was so stupid with him. Just arrogant, rude. He's always telling me to be more careful, not to go off hunting alone, and I'm always so silly with him. It's so pointless, but I always feel like I have to prove something. Like the more he tells me to be careful, the less I want to. But it's for no reason. I'm just being difficult for the sake of it. I do that sometimes, too. I reassure Micah that I've often felt a little pressure to prove something, even when the pressure was coming from me. I know, but you're a glider. You're young. I should know better. I tell Micah we can't dwell on this right now and ask if he can walk. No, not enough to make my way out of here, at least. It's why I dragged myself over here, thinking I might use the crane. But I can't access the controls. I wonder aloud if I could access the controls, and Micah digs around in his pocket until he finds what he's looking for. A key! He holds it up. I found this key. It should let you in. From there, you can use the crane. I nod. I'm sorry I can't help more. I feel so useless. Thank you, Sable. Thank you, Sable. You're really kind. Okay, I tell him it's no matter, and that he isn't useless, and then I take the key and go. Okay. Well, now I have to go all the way back up. While we're moving our way up, I want to talk about a dream that I had last night where it was me and children. I don't know who they were, but I don't know if it was. I think it was children. I think it was. I don't know why, but I was in a house, and I was with a group of children, and we were all running away from Jason, and like we were just hauling ass away from this guy. In the house, none of us decided to leave, and we just kept running away, like over and over again. Like we just kept like trying to get the hell away from this guy, and he was really scary. And occasionally he would like disappear, and we would like get our bearings, and then he would like come back, and he would like attack us. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me right now. And that kind of happened, That was the dream for a little bit, and then what's crazy is that over time it evolved into Drake Bell. I'm not joking. It somehow evolved into Drake Bell chasing us around, and it went from like a house to like, I don't know, like a cafeteria, I guess. I don't know why. It wasn't a cafeteria. It wasn't a school, but it looked and felt like a school almost. Like it was like these big open, bright, like big window areas, and it was like double doors. Like it wasn't like a school, but it was like a I don't know, like this hall, like this area that you and like a group of people would go to, for like a seminar or something like that. I don't know. And I was getting chased by Drake Bell. Well, I wasn't. It was multiple people getting chased by Drake Bell. Like it was me. Like that was the thing. That was the whole crux. Sorry, that was the whole crux of the dream. It was me and like a group of people, and it went from like it was. I don't think it was like children, like specifically children. But I vividly remember it was like a black kid. That's all I remember. He was like a pudgy black kid, and I was like running away with him. That's all I remember. And I genuinely, God damn it, I genuinely do not remember the face of anybody else. I just know that it was like at one point I remember like there was a small like buzz cut black kid in front of me, and we were like running from Jason, and that's all I remember. I know that there was other people, and I specifically remember that it was all like a bunch of different age groups, but I vividly remember that like one of the people in the group was a child. I don't know why, and I don't recognize the child at all. I don't know who the child was. I don't know why the child was there, but yeah, that was it. And then it evolved into wherever we were. I don't know. I don't want to say a school because I don't want people to be like, "Oh, Ed, you're weird." Like I don't know. It was a dream. I don't know. It was a dream. It wasn't really a school, And then I know that it stopped being children. I know that it was. At that point, once it got to like Drake Bell, I stopped really like focusing on like who was with me. I know it was a group of people, and I know we were all like collectively working together to stop being chased by Drake Bell. But oh, isn't that weird? That's a weird coincidence. I was in a dream, particularly with like a group of people, and one of them happened to be a child. And then I remember it sort of being like a school, I guess, and we were being chased by Drake Bell, who, if I remember correctly, did get in trouble because he was doing not okay things to a child. If I remember correctly. I should speak with Mika. Well, I have to wait for him to get up here. Don't you dare. Okay. Bro, if I'd have fallen. Sable, how can I ever thank you? Go home and apologize to the betrayer. No more dangerous crimes. I can tell Mika you can thank me by avoiding dangerous crimes. It isn't lost on me that I could easily have been met with a corpse. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll definitely be avoiding all solo accounts for a little while, and the dangerous ones forever. I've learned my lesson. He reaches into his pocket, but I want to give you something else. A climbing badge began to be a climbing badge, and I take it gratefully. I'm going to go back to 5 Bells Camp. Should be fine. Walking is a little easier than climbing right now. You're my savior, Samuel. If you ever decide to become a climber, you got my endorsement. Take care, all right? I tell him I will, and we say a fond goodbye. But yeah, so... okay, I'm not done with talking about the dream. I'll talk about the dream and then I'll end the episode. So, I'm running away from Drake Bell. I'm in I'm still with like another, it's a different group. I should also specify that. It's a different group of people. And, we're running. And, and also, notably, he's got a Nerf gun, but it's shooting actual bullets. He's got like a modified Nerf gun. It's giving Child's Play 3 when Chucky replaced the fake, paint bullets with actual ones, and they shot my man. So yeah, he's doing that, right? It's got that going on. And then at one point, he gets me, he catches me, and I'm punching him in the face in my dream. I'm just beating the shit out of this guy. I am just fucking him up, but I'm not actually fucking him up. I'm punching. And if you've seen me, right, if you've known me for a while, you know that I'm not, the most like beefy guy. I've got pretty like spaghetti like arms. So I'm punching, and he's literally in the dream not reacting to it. If anything, as I'm punching him, I vividly remember I hear him say, now I'm punching him, and he goes, I'm going to show you like how you're really supposed to fight. And just he basically says something along the lines of that, like now it's my turn. Now I'm gonna fuck you up. And just as he's about to do that, I get saved. Like I get saved by the rest of the group of people that I was running with. They get him, they capture him, and I don't. And I at that point it's over. In my mind, I am in the dream. In my mind, I am more than relieved that I do not have to actually get the shit beat out of me in my own dream. Now, after this happens, right, I am in like this weird like hub area with a group of people, but I'm not focused on them. I am more so focused on the fact that I punched Drake Bell and he did not react. So what I'm doing in my dream is I am now doing some weird training exercise where I am punching different small doors. Like, like window shutters? I'm basically punching those. And the goal is to like punch them out of like the shape. Like they're in like a little like shape, right? A square shape. And I'm punching them out. And I'm doing this and I just don't feel like I'm getting any better. And I'm not making this up. As I'm doing this, right, I wake up and I cock my fist back. I wake up and I wake up and I pull my fist back and I just sort of sit there and I put my fist back down. And then for the next like 10 minutes, I'm brushing my teeth. I've gone to the bathroom. I'm setting up my set for Ringside Rumors. I'm thinking I have the urge to punch. I want to throw a punch because I want to see how I actually like punch. And like I'm thinking to myself, well, I can't just do that because I can't. First of all, I can't just throw my fist into the air, and I also can't just punch a wall, And that's how I felt for like the first like 10 minutes. Like I wanted to like punch something and I couldn't. So that was the dream that I had. That's pretty much what was going on with me. Man, I hope I never get to meet Drake Bell because I'm worried that he actually is going to beat the fuck out of me. And I'm worried that I'm going to have the urge to beat him up for no reason, to be totally honest. And that was the dream that I had, ladies and gentlemen. So on that note, I'm going to end this episode here. We did a lot. We became the Shade of Ekria. We got an Oasis flower for my man. And we also managed to save Mika from the well. So I'm glad to know that we did all that. Now that that's all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to head out.